Usually when MLB players get injured, there's a degree of sympathy for them, right? Even if Ronald Acuna Jr. is missing seasons at a time due to ACL injuries, or Mike Trout is basically seeing the latter part of his career being sapped away by a body betraying him, or Jacob deGrom's ligaments start falling apart like spaghetti noodles at the height of one of the greatest peaks in Major League history, at least all of these guys seem to be in earnest while trying to work their way back onto the field. This is not a sentiment that is shared in the baseball community or by myself concerning Anthony Rendon. Not only has this guy played just 257 games since he came to Anaheim, with his single season high in WAR coming during the COVID-shortened 2020 season, but he's been paid an average of $35 million a season to do so, which is still tied for the 9th highest salary in the game as of today. So why exactly isn't said grace extended to Rendon? Why do people hate this guy so much, specifically his own fans? Well, not only has he said things like the MLB season is too long and that he himself isn't interested in watching baseball because it's, quote, too boring, but when pressed on the issue, he literally followed that up with the fact that he'd been thinking about retiring for the last 10 years. Why would a guy like that put any effort into his off-season training, or for that matter, his in-season maintenance? Over the last 4 years, he's been placed on the injured list 12 times, with 5 of them, soon to be 6, of the 60-day variety. This isn't a mistake, especially when a large number of these stints were also retroactively changed after he missed recovery timelines. It's clear, the guy just doesn't want to be out there, and doesn't really feel any responsibility to do so, despite him making more than the combined salaries of Kyle Tucker and Julio Rodriguez. At this point, it's even possible that this contract will go down as the most shameful in baseball history, and not necessarily because it's created the least value. I mean, Chris Davis was literally paid $23 million a year for 7 years to post negative 2.8 WAR and retire in the middle of the contract, while Rendon has managed to throw up a total of 3.7 WAR during his mega deal. But at least Davis was aggressively trying to break out of his late career slump any way he could. In fact, his lack of production weighed on him so heavily, it even made him doubt his own worth as a person. Rendon, meanwhile, has maintained a devil-may-care attitude, being surly to the media while they were trying to get updates on his litany of injuries, saying things like, "no habla inglés," in response to an inquiry on his recovery timelines, as well as being very clear about his own priorities, literally stating that, quote, "baseball has never been a top priority to me." What a terrible legacy to leave when it's all said and done, which, considering what his current commitment level seems to be overall, probably will be the second Artie Moreno stops having to cut his checks. Now, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, please consider liking and subscribing and checking out any one of these recommended videos. Have a great rest of your day, everybody, and I'll see you in the next one.